and may I welcome all of you participants who join us on the webinar and say a warm welcome from us and from the IEDC in particular. You are part of the family just by being and showing interest in what we do, and very specifically also part of the family because you are involved in HR and leadership and development, which of course the IEDC is in particular focused on. It is really nice of you to join, and I hope that we can share some good time together. My name is Driekus Kriek. I am the program director of this program, the HR leadership program, and I also teach leadership here at the school, and I'm the director of programs. Previously had been dean here at the school, but the focus now is much more on teaching, leadership development, and also to be involved in programs such as this. It's my great pleasure to welcome you here. Also joining us from the school side is Anja Meitzen. She is from MDM. She will share some of her experience here, also some of the focus that she has, and also a long-standing involvement in the world of HR, both as a practitioner and as a friend of the school. And then Sasha Zhupan from the IEDC. She's involved in the administrative connections, sales, the relationships, the customer relationships, all focused around this program and very specifically about this, let's call it the very special nature of this program. And perhaps talking about this special nature, it is necessary for me to say a few things about what makes this so special. You will see that on the screen, some of the most direct benefits are stated, but they may not be the ones that actually pronounces the special nature of the program so much. I think the most critical focus of this program is that it is directly emphasizing HR and the link of HR leadership. So what we do, and we do this in association with the HR Association also here in Slovenia, is that the whole focus of what we do is to raise and address and improve the strategic nature of HR in the region and in companies. The whole notion of allowing HR people to take their rightful place as key, or probably the most key, drivers of business and of leadership and of success in business is directly what is the focus of this program. And in that sense, it is really a very unique program because it is directed at a particular function and it is directed at the core part of what makes organizations an organization. Therefore, it's kind of like a transformative journey. It is designed for HR specialists, but those forward-thinking HR experts, managers, and leaders that know how important HR on a strategic is for organizing. And we aim to strengthen that very specifically. So all of you, whether you're HR manager or practitioner or OD specialist, or whether you're professionals or managers or just leaders invested in HR, this makes this program very unique. And the four main aims, as you see there, is to connect the program and the level of HR performance within an organization to these main aims. The first bit, the focus on the future of work, people management therein, given the nature of change that we work in the world, we can hardly see around the corner, never mind far in the future. But what we know is that the world that comes to us will be different, and the role of people and people management and HR in that field is, of course, very critical. We also speak about, and I already mentioned, that how the seat around the table for HR also on a strategic level, board level, that's become so much more critical over time. And this will increase in future. And this program also assists in developing that strategic competence. Naturally, a lot of what we do as HR professionals is also to help and facilitate change. Change is part of the whole focus of what goes on in any organization, and the critical role that organizations play, that HR play in this change is critical. And then, of course, tied to that, also how employer branding and the notion of how we attract, retain, and also keep um, employees within the organization through the branding that we have, both internal and external to the organization, is part of HR success as well. And the final most critical part, or as critical as some of the others, is also the focus on financial literacy and how to measure HR and the impact of HR, some of the specific projects and functions of HR, how the return on investments, also the ROIs and some of the other important financial measures are critical in us developing ourselves as HR professionals. Maybe just a few more about each of the modules. Already mentioned, some of these aims. The first one, module that starts on the 22nd of January, is change management and employer branding, and very much within focus of the critical nature of these two as HR functions. It will be led by my colleague here, Professor Nenad Filipovic, who will focus on change dynamics and how to develop the necessary leadership skills to help and facilitate change and drive successful organizational transformation. And the second day, Dr. Alexandra Kregar, who's an alumna from our school, both an MBA and a PhD she received from the school. Her focus of attention around attracting and retaining talent and how to enhance a company's reputation and the critical role that HR and the HR professions play in this particular environment. Next module in March, 24th and 25th of March, that is what I mentioned, the financial essentials, financial literacy, the whole focus on ROI and on measurements from a financial point of view in terms of HR leadership. That's conducted by Mr. Igor Magdalenic. He is from Belgium, and he take you through these critical things and how to understand what the key financial concepts and their relevance are to HR programs and HR decisions. Talk a bit about budgeting, cost control, and how to optimize HR budgets. But mainly the focus is on measurements and on measuring the HR impact on organizational performance, specifically ROI. The third module by Dr. Dominique Turc. He's the founder and president of the Boost Institute in France. His focus is very much focused on the future. What lies ahead for the world of work, to prepare for the different skill sets that are required in the future? What are the roles that HR can play in helping organizations, and also how to facilitate the directions of new interventions in HR and investment in people are required for the future? And very specifically, how these skills needs to be embedded into HR processes. And the focus of that is therefore all to do with the world of work. And then the fourth module, the last one next November, that connected to strategy, the importance and the increasing importance, what it is for leaders to, HR people to be part of the conversation on the highest level, to be strategic partners in how organizations develop, and also to focus on how this strategic alignment between HR practices with organizational goals can help to ensure the organization's competitive environment. He also touches a bit on organization development and how the role of organizations, or how the role of HR professionals in organizational development also then plays out. And then finally, there is also an optional field trip to Vienna. Those happens on the 2 days of the 26th and 27th of March. The idea is to help to build a network, to help to connect to best practice as that it happens within other companies. We, we plan to visit 4 different industries, for example, VIG and Umdash, international companies, to share some of their best practice from a global point of view, very much also with a specific organizational focus. But the idea is to learn and to share from one another, and also to not only receive, but also share from our side to their organizations and the organizations we meet, what is happening and how things are developing in this part of the world. As I mentioned, this is a program that has a very specific and a very direct focus on HR and the development thereof. And therefore, we also thought that maybe it'll be valuable to also learn from some people with intimate knowledge and intimate experience of the program, maybe also to have and share some of her views about how her experience with the program was. And therefore, my great pleasure to ask Anya Meitzen just to say a few words also about her experience of the HR leadership program.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you um, for having me here. Yes, at first I didn't even know how the program is gonna be because I was actually the one who wasn't in the leadership position. But on the end, I have to say that it doesn't even matter. So if I start how I even discovered this program, I was just looking about the trainings that your school offers. And when I saw the models and what's gonna happen, I right away knew that this is definitely something for me. So I have to say that the lectures were really excellent and the contents was really practical. And actually, on the end, the biggest surprise was the group of participants because we created a very positive and supportive learning environment. Um, so if I have to put out something, I would say that the biggest takeaway came from the challenges and simulations from the professors gave us. So I discovered actually that I can handle different situation very well, which gave me a lot of confidence. I also learned a lot from my classmates because everyone brought different experiences and perspectives. Mm. So if I continue, I can say that
Yeah.
I don't know, probably it was really diverse group of people there with a
Mm.
really different backgrounds and personalities, and that really helped us work really well together. So during this group text that we had, we used our different knowledge to achieve really great results on the end.
Okay, perhaps if you can just share some of the class experience. You mentioned a little bit of simulation and a little bit of group work, maybe your experience relating to that.
Um, yes, it was 4 different models and 4 different uh, lectures, if I can say, or even more, because the one program had 2 lectures. And at first, all started with some knowledge. We were talking about some things and what can we do, and then on the end, we got the how to say this work things. So we had to be in groups and think together and work together. So this was a really nice experience.
Oh, fantastic. And perhaps also just to mention a little bit between the practical nature of it on one end, but maybe on the other hand, more also a little bit of focus on the strategic nature of how it helped you.
Um, Yes, how to say, it really helped me to grow and develop actually, because I saw that I can really challenge or to get in some challenges and really work them well. So it really it's on different levels and in different parts of HR actually where I work. So from now on, I have to say that I'm really more um, not just organized, but confident in things that I do. So, really good thing was also that we went to other companies
Hmm.
and to see how they work, and we also could ask them for how they're getting with challenges, and then we could also see all the things they work, and then maybe we can took some of them experiences and put it in our company also.
Well, yes, fantastic, and thank you very much. And I think you touched on the essence of what the program really links and supposed to do. On the one end, to be very practical and something that you can apply. On the other end, also broadening your perspective and your uh, knowledge about how to do your work on a daily basis. Th-
Yes.
Thirdly, also to raise the level into a strategic level of thinking about HR. But I think fundamentally, in the end, also what you mentioned, the whole focus around confidence and the transformative nature of the program, that it allows you to sit well within your profession as an HR professional, what you refer to as confidence. And I think that is something that is very much aligned with what the program intended to do. Maybe anything else, Anya, or is that uh, comfortable for you to share that?
Well, I would just really like to say that I really recommend this program to anyone who is working in HR, who wants to grow and develop further. As I said before, I was one of the few participants who was not yet in a leadership position. And at first I was a bit worried, but it turned out that you don't need to be a manager yet to be on that program. So the program really helps you grow, broaden your view, and build a strong HR foundation. So a big add value is also the network, because now I have classmates or the professors to which I can reach out anytime if I need any support or advice.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Perhaps before I give chance for questions, if there are some questions, just one last mention of Sasha that I mentioned earlier, who's responsible as advisor to our executive education department, if you want to call it that, and anything relating to application, practicalities, maybe more information, you are welcome to contact her on either through email or on her telephone number that will be there as part of the presentation. And then, uh, if there is any questions, either something you would like to share directly or verbally, or if you want to put it in chat, you are welcome. Uh, Thanks for attending, but please, if there are any questions, please ask them now. If there are no questions, I don't see any uh, of the audio icons going on or off or to talk, but if not, just jump in and you are welcome to talk. Uh, and if there is nobody who wants to share a question, I hope this was comprehensive and helped you to understand the nature of the program, and look all very forward to meet you on the start of the program on the 22nd of January. We will happily invite you here and host you here and welcome you here at the beautiful Bled next to the lake. Thanks for all of your attention, for your participation, and taking some time out of your busy diaries to join us. Very specifically, also, thank you very much, Anya, for the wonderful way in which you also shared your experience. And I hope that it is indicative of the nature of the program and also of how us contribute to raising the impact of dealing with people and leading people in the region and beyond. Thank you very much and see you all on the 22nd of January. Bye bye.